Everyone, this is Chase from Everything Cinematic. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite games, a handmade game, Mafia. It's a game of murder, mayhem, and strategy. I'll show you the history, how to play, and the overall story of the game. So basically, the history of it is one day during a class party, me and my friends were really bored. So we took some paper, cut it up, wrote some roles on it, and that was the first ever version of Mafia. And then I took it home, and I made a really trashy version where I just took a card and drew on it. That was really bad. And then I realized I could print them. So I used my dad's Cricut, I used some stickers, some paper, and I printed them out. So these ones are way freaking better. Yeah. But I actually have one of the cards from the day that we made the original from that class party. Yeah. They're really bad. They're just paper, and you can look through the back and see your other people's roles. So yeah, these ones were really bad. Look at the comparison of yeah, they're really bad. So I'm gonna show you the roles, and then we're gonna talk about them. First, we have the Mafia. It's quite obvious the Mafia's job is to kill the villagers, and their job is to stay undercover and kill all the villagers. Next, we have the Swapper. The Swapper can swap two people's roles. They can switch like an innocent with the Mafia. Next, we have King. The King's job is, if everyone votes for one person, they get to decide if that person gets voted out. Okay, next we have Detective. Detective's job is at night, they can peek at one person's card. Silencer. The silencer's job is to make sure that one person cannot talk. Okay, next we have Innocent. They are really, really lame. They can only vote. Sheriff. The sheriff's job is to hunt down the Mafia, but if they kill an innocent, they die. The Doctor. The Doctor can pick one person to have an extra life for that round. Vengeful. The vengeful villager comes back from the dead to bring another person down with them. Timmy. Timmy has 2 lives. Timmy, tough knuckles. Yeah. Okay. Next we have Witch. Witch picks one person for the ability not to work. Cupid. Cupid picks 2 people to link. If one dies, the other also dies. The Shapeshifter. The Shapeshifter can pick a card that is not in use, or they can pick their card to be used as another one. They can turn themselves into a Mafia, a doctor, a detective, anything. And one of the overpowered cards, Jester. Jester has the ability to, when they die, either by getting voted out or killed, they win. The Mafia and the villagers, they both lose. That's why they're one of the most overpowered ones. And now, I'll show you how to play. So, let's say you need a minimum of 4 people. You need, 3 players, and then a game master. And yes, it's gonna be really hard to find people who want to play this game because it's such a cool game. No, I'm just kidding. It is a really cool game though. So I'll show you how you play. Basically, everyone, once the cards are dealt out, everyone looks at their cards. Then, without showing anyone, they look at their cards and flip them over. And then the game master will say, Mafia, wake up. And then the Mafia will wake up. Pick who you want to kill. During the night, you cannot talk. You can only point, and if there's multiple Mafia, they have to agree on one person to kill. So let's say the Mafia chose to kill the detective. I will place this red marker in front of the detective. Okay? Then I'll say, Mafia, go to sleep. And then they flip the card over. Then I say, Doctor. Doctor, wake up. The doctor will wake up. If they see that the red marker is there, they can choose to save that person or save themselves. If they save themselves, they have an extra life. And the doctor's save still works on being voted out during the day. So they are safe for the day. Or they can choose to save the person who's being murdered, and then they both go away. Okay, and now we have the detective. When the detective wakes up, they pick one person's card to flip over and then flip back over. Silencer. That's not really helpful. Okay? And they'll flip the card over and go back to sleep. Okay? Silencer, wake up. Silencer will wake up and they will pick one person to be quiet during the day. Let's say they pick the detective, which is a really bad matchup because the detective knows who's it. Oh, kind of knows who's it. Okay? And then the game master will say, Jester, wake up and do a little dance. And then they'll wake up. They can do a little dance if they want. Okay? Then they will go back to sleep. Okay? Then the game master will say, everyone, wake up. And then they will tell the story, saying like, as the sun rose from the northeast, everyone wakes up in their small little bedrooms. One person did not leave their house. A certain detective. However, it turns out they were just sleeping. They didn't die. Okay? And they'll flip it back over. They won't flip their card over. I was just showing. And then they will commence their arguing. Who do you think is the mafia? Then they'll all point fingers, except for the mafia, because you're, except for the doctor, because you're quieted. Quiet. Everyone else discuss, and then they'll discuss, they'll talk, they'll blame, they'll point fingers, and then we'll say, okay, everyone commence your vote. Everyone cast your vote, and then everyone will point at who they want to vote out. Let's say everyone points for the mafia. Everyone points for the mafia. The mafia is now, I'll say their name, like Brian, flip over your card. They'll flip over their card, and reveal that they're the mafia. Everyone who gets voted out or killed will show their card in the morning after they've been voted out. So that is the gist of Mafia. It's a pretty simple game. It can be complex when you really get into it. Yeah. And it's really funny when you have certain matchups like Detective and Silencer. Because if a Silencer sees a Mafia, but the Silencer silences them, it's so funny trying to see them communicate without talking. It's just really funny. So yeah, that's the gist of Mafia. It's a really fun game. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys it because, like, why the heck not? It's one of my favorite games ever. So thank you so much for watching. This is Chase from Everything is Cinematic, signing out. Peace.